Good morning students. In this video we will continue the complex number. So today's topic is how to represent a complex number in polar form or trigonometrical form. So I have taken one complex number here, z is equal to x plus iy, be a non-zero complex number. We know that every complex number can be represented in the organed plane, taking x-axis as the real axis and y-axis as the imaginary axis. So if complex number is z is equal to x plus iy, what will be the corresponding point in the organed plane? It will be xy. Suppose the corresponding point of z is equal to x plus iy be p. So coordinate of p will be x comma y. So if we draw the perpendicular from P on the real axis, that is x-axis, suppose it is M, then OM will be x and PM will be y. If we draw perpendicular from P on the real axis x-axis, then OM will be x and PM will be y because coordinate is x comma y. Now join O to P. Join O to P and let OP be R. So let OP is equal to R. If we use Pythagoras theorem in this, so what we will get? In triangle OPM, OP square is equal to OM square plus PM square. OM is x square, PM is y square, OP is R square. So what will be R? Under root x square plus y square. And what is the mod of z here? Mod of z will be also under root x square plus y square. So this R represents the modulus of complex number z. The distance OP, length OP represents the modulus of complex number z. And if this directed line segment OP makes angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, then suppose if theta is the angle measured in radian, if theta is the angle measured in radian, angle is measured in degree or in radian. So here we have to take theta in radian. Then what will be cos theta in this triangle? OPM, cos theta will be base by hypotenuse. So base by hypotenuse means x by r. So what will be x? R cos theta. And if we take sin theta in this triangle, sin theta perpendicular by hypotenuse. So perpendicular is PM, hypotenuse is r, perpendicular is y, so y by r. So we will get y is equal to r sin theta. So x is r cos theta and y is r sin theta. We can put here x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. And what is r here? R is mod of z, means under root x square plus y square. So therefore z is equal to x means r cos theta and y is r sin theta. We can take r common. cos theta plus I sin theta. Z is equal to R common in bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This form of complex number Z is called polar form or trigonometrical form. Sin theta and cos theta are trigonometrical ratios. So this form of Z, this form of complex number is called polar form of Z. This form of complex number is polar form of Z is equal to x plus iy. This form of complex number is called polar form of the complex number Z is equal to x plus iy, where R is what? R is the modulus of Z. And what is theta? Where R is modulus of Z. Modulus of Z means mod of Z. And theta is amplitude of Z or argument of Z. Theta is measured in radian, R is the mod of Z, and theta is called amplitude of Z. Theta is the angle made by the line segment OP with the positive direction of x-axis. So it is called amplitude of Z or argument of Z. So what will be the value of theta? If theta lies in the interval minus pi less than theta less or equal to pi. Pi means 180 degree. Pi, it is radian. Pi means 180 degree. So if this angle theta lies in this interval minus pi to pi, then it is called principal amplitude of Z or principal argument of Z. Theta has many values. Note that theta has many values, but if theta lies in this interval, then it is called principal amplitude of Z, principal value of theta. Then it is called principal amplitude of Z. If theta lies in this interval, then it is called principal amplitude of Z, and we have to find here the principal amplitude of Z, means theta must lie in this interval. So what is the polar form? Z is equal to R in bracket cos theta plus I sin theta, where R is the modulus of Z, theta is the amplitude of Z, and theta lies in this interval minus pi less or equal to theta, minus pi less than theta less or equal to pi, means theta belongs to the interval minus pi, and from right side it is closed interval. Pi means 180 degree. We see that length OP represents mod of Z, it is R, and it makes angle theta with the x-axis. So another coordinate of P we can write R comma theta. This coordinate is called Cartesian coordinate. Cartesian coordinate, and it is called polar coordinate. This R comma theta, it is polar coordinate of P, and x comma y, it is called Cartesian coordinate of P. We have to take complex number, non-zero complex number. Right here, zero complex number means z is equal to 0 cannot be written in the polar form. Polar form means r cos theta plus I sin theta. A complex number 0 means z is equal to 0 cannot be written in the form of r cos theta plus I sin theta. So that's why we have to take non-zero complex number. Therefore, amplitude of zero complex number does not exist. Amplitude means theta for z is equal to 0 does not exist. Okay, because it cannot be written in the trigonometrical form, means polar form r cos theta plus I sin theta. So for zero complex number, amplitude of the zero complex number theta does not exist. Amplitude does not exist. To find amplitude of a complex number, so how we can find the amplitude of a complex number? So here I am taking some special cases. First, if z is purely real, means imaginary part y is 0. If z is purely real and positive, means real part is x here, x greater than 0 and y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 means it is purely real and x greater than 0 means positive. So complex number, it will lie on x-axis. So this complex number will lie on x-axis. In that case, theta will be 0. Theta will be 0 degree. Because it will make the angle theta 0 with the x-axis. Second, if z is real and negative means x less than 0 and y is equal to 0. Z is real but it is negative. So negative means it will lie in the negative direction of x-axis. So the complex number will lie on the negative direction of x-axis. So what will be the angle made by this with the x-axis? Pi. Pi means 180 degree. Pi means 180 degree. It will make 180 degree. So if z is real and negative, means z is equal to suppose -2, -3, then theta will be pi. Pi means 180 degree. And if x is positive, suppose z is equal to 2, 3, 5 like that, then theta will be 0. Third case, if z is purely imaginary and lies on the positive direction of y-axis. If z is purely imaginary means real part is 0. So it will lie on the y-axis. Y-axis is the imaginary axis. So it will lie here. Z will lie on the positive direction of y-axis. It means x is equal to 0 here and y greater than 0. Y is positive. Then what will be theta? Then theta will be, if z lie on the positive direction of y-axis, then theta will be 90 degree, means pi by 2. What will be theta? In the radian we have to write pi by 2. See again, if z is purely imaginary and it lies on the positive direction of y-axis, in that case theta will be 90 degree, means pi by 2. And if z is purely imaginary but lie on the negative direction of y-axis, suppose here, then what will be this angle? It will be the negative angle. So minus pi by 2. When we take the angle in anti-clockwise direction, it is taken as positive. If angle is taken in clockwise direction, we take it negative. So if theta lies on negative direction of y-axis, case number 4. So see the fourth case. If z is purely imaginary and lies on the negative direction of y-axis, lie in the negative direction of y-axis, means x is 0 and y is less than 0. Here x is equal to 0, y greater than 0, y greater than 0 above the origin, y less than 0 below the origin. Then theta will be minus pi by 2. So negative angle means angle is measured in clockwise. Positive angle, angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction. So these are the 4 cases. If z is purely real, it will lie on the positive direction of x-axis, purely real and positive. Then theta will be 0. If it is purely real but negative, theta will be pi. If z is purely imaginary and lie on positive direction of y-axis, theta will be pi by 2. If z is purely imaginary and lie in the negative direction of y-axis, so theta will be negative and it will be minus pi by 2. So in all these 4 cases, complex number lie on the coordinate axis, either in the positive direction of x-axis negative, or positive direction of y-axis, or on negative direction of y-axis. In other cases, how we will find the amplitude of z? These are the special case. Directly we can write theta, but in other cases, how we will find the value of amplitude of z? So let us see another case. In other cases, how we will find the amplitude of z? So we have taken, suppose, let z is equal to x plus I by be a non-zero complex number. Theta be its amplitude, theta be the amplitude of z, and let us suppose alpha be an acute angle such that tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. We have to find this one, tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Y we can get from here, and x. Y and x we can get from the given complex number. So theta is the amplitude, and let alpha be an acute angle such that tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Then again 4 cases arises. If z lies in the first quadrant, if z lies in the second, z lies in the third, z lies in the fourth quadrant, then what will be the value of theta? Initially we have seen that if z lies on the x-axis, y-axis, negative direction and positive direction. But here we have to see if z lies in the first quadrant, then what will be the theta? So if z lies in the first quadrant, in that case x will be greater than 0, y will be greater than 0. Both will be positive in the first quadrant. Then we will find tan alpha y by x. In this case, theta and alpha both will be equal. Theta is equal to alpha. Means amplitude will be equal to alpha if z lies in the first quadrant, and second, if z lies in the second quadrant. Second quadrant means this side. Suppose P is here. So it is the first, this is second quadrant. So if z lies in the second quadrant, then second quadrant means x is negative, y is positive. X less than 0, y greater than 0. Then what will be theta? Then theta will be pi minus alpha. You have to remember it. Then what will be theta? Theta will be this angle. It is pi minus alpha. If theta is z lies in the second quadrant, then theta will be pi minus alpha, and alpha we can calculate by this formula, tan alpha is equal to mod of y minus x. Third case, if z lies in third quadrant means in this quadrant, suppose P is here, then this will be R. Then what will be theta? Then theta we have to take like this one. If z lies in third quadrant means x less than 0, y less than 0. Then theta will be minus pi minus alpha. When we will open the bracket, alpha plus pi, alpha minus pi, or we can say minus pi plus alpha, minus pi plus alpha. Suppose this angle is alpha. So what will be this angle? Pi minus alpha, but in the clockwise direction, so we have to take negative. This angle is alpha. Then this angle will be pi minus alpha, but it is in the clockwise direction, so minus pi minus alpha, minus pi plus alpha. And last case, fourth case, if z lies in fourth quadrant means, suppose here fourth quadrant, z lies in the fourth quadrant, means x greater than 0 and y less than 0. X is positive but y is negative. Suppose this angle is alpha, but it is in clockwise, so we have to take minus. So theta will be minus alpha. Then theta will be minus alpha. So all the cases I have discussed here. If complex number lie on the positive direction of x-axis, negative direction of x-axis, positive direction of y-axis, negative direction of y-axis. Next four cases, if z lies in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, what will be the value of theta? So to find theta, firstly we have to find alpha, and to find alpha we will use this formula, tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Now we will see some questions, then it will be more clear to you. See exercise 5.3, I have taken few parts of question number 4. Question number 4, first part, second, third, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth part, and I have added one more part, 10th part minus 3. How we can write it? It is given in the form of x plus iy. All are complex number, it is given in the form of x plus iy. We have to express it in the polar form or trigonometrical form. So see the first part. What is first part? 1 plus I root 3. So let z is equal to, this is 1 plus I root 3 or cos theta plus I sin theta. In the polar form, we will write it 1 plus I root 3 is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now we have to find the value of r and theta. So 1 plus I root 3, it will be r cos theta plus I into r sin theta. Equating the real and imaginary part. So real part is r cos theta, here 1. So we can write r cos theta is equal to 1. The imaginary part r sin theta, here imaginary part is root 3. So r sin theta is equal to root 3. Suppose it is equation number 1 and equation number 2. So squaring and adding 1 square plus 2 square. So 1 square means r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta is equal to 1 square plus root 3 square. So firstly we will write 1 plus I root 3 is equal to r in bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. Open it, r cos theta plus I r sin theta. Two complex numbers are equal. We know that when two complex numbers are equal, then real part will be equal and imaginary part will be equal. So real part r cos theta, it will be equal to 1. Imaginary part r sin theta, it will be equal to root 3. Squaring and adding both equations. So r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta is equal to 1 square plus root 3 square. Take r square common, we will get cos square theta plus sin square theta, and 1 plus root 3 square is 3. We know that in the trigonometry sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So r square will be 3 plus 1 4. Cos square theta plus sin square theta 1, r square is equal to 4. What will be r? We will take the square root of 4. So r is equal to 2. Means modulus of z is equal to 2. Now we have to find out theta. How we can represent it in the argand plane? Here we see that x is 1 and y is root 3. Both are positive. It means it will lie in first quadrant. So suppose z is 1 plus I root 3, this point. So this is r, value of r it will be 2, and this angle is theta. So this complex number 1 plus I root 3, it will lie in first quadrant because x and y both are positive. So r we have calculated here. Or without equating, also you can find the r using this formula. R is equal to under root x square plus y square. What is x here? X is 1, y is root 3. So 1 square plus root 3 square. 1 plus 3, it will be 4, square root will be 2. So directly you can find r is equal to under root x square plus y square. X is 1, y is root 3. Okay, or you can do like this. After finding r, we have to find theta. So to find theta, firstly we will find what? Alpha. Tan alpha is equal to mod y by x. What is y here? Root 3 and x 1. Root 3 by 1. Root 3 by 1 means root 3. So tan alpha is equal to root 3. So what will be value of alpha? 60 degree. 60 degree means pi by 3 radian. We know that tan 60 is root 3. So alpha will be 60 degree, and 60 degree means pi by 3. Pi 180, 180 by 3, 60. Since x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, both greater than 0, z lies in first quadrant. So therefore theta will be equal to alpha, and alpha is pi by 3. So theta will be also pi by 3. Z lies in first quadrant. So I have told you, if z lies in first quadrant, theta and alpha both will be equal. So theta is equal to pi by 3. Now we will put the value of r and theta in this. So therefore 1 plus I root 3, it will be r is equal to 2 cos theta is pi by 3, cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by part, it is minus 1 plus I root 3. So we will suppose minus 1 plus I root 3 is equal to or cos theta plus I sin theta. Here x is minus 1, y is root 3, x is negative. Here x is minus 1 and y is equal to root 3. X is negative, y is positive. It means it will lie in the second quadrant. So minus 1 plus I root 3, it will lie in the second quadrant. And if this angle is alpha, so what will be this? Pi minus alpha. It will be equal to theta. So how we will find R? R means modulus of this complex number. So R means under root x square plus y square minus 1 square plus root 3 square 1 plus 3 root 4, it is 2. So value of R will be 2. R means OP, it is 2 unit. Now we have to find theta. So to find theta, how we will find theta? Since minus 1 plus I root 3 lies in second quadrant. Minus 1 plus I root 3 lies in second quadrant. So therefore theta will be pi minus alpha. And how we will find alpha? Where tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. So find the value of alpha from this relation. Y is what? Y is root 3, x is minus 1. Root 3 upon minus 1. It will be minus root 3. But modulus sign is there, mod sign is there. So we have to take the positive. So mod of minus root 3 will be only root 3. So tan alpha is equal to only root 3. So what will be alpha? Alpha will be 60 degree. 60 degree means again pi by 3. Tan alpha root 3. So alpha will be 60 degree pi by 3. So therefore theta will be pi minus alpha. Alpha is pi by 3. So 3 pi minus pi. 2 pi by 3. So r is equal to 2 and theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. We will put this value here. So what will be in the polar form? So to write in the polar form, minus 1 plus I root 3, r will be 2 and theta is 2 pi by 3. So right here 2 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3. This is the polar representation of minus 1 plus I root 3. So very simple to find r, but we have to pay attention when we are going to find the theta amplitude. So this lies in the second quadrant, so theta will be pi minus alpha and alpha we have to find by this relation. Now see the sixth part. Here z is minus 1 minus I. Again we will write it or cos theta plus I sin theta. Minus 1 minus I. Here x is minus 1, y is also minus 1. Both are negative. So it will lie in third. It will lie in third quadrant. Minus 1 minus I. So here z is minus 1 minus I. So firstly find r. R is equal to under root x square plus y square. X is minus 1 square and y is also minus 1 square. So it will be 1 plus 1 means root 2. So this r is root 2. Now we have to find theta since minus 1 minus I lies in third quadrant. So therefore theta is what? Minus pi plus alpha. I have told you when z lies in the third quadrant, what is theta? Theta is minus pi plus alpha. Where? How we will find alpha? Tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Y is minus 1 and x is also minus 1. So it will be plus 1. Tan alpha is equal to 1. What will be alpha? 45 degree. Alpha is equal to 45 degree. In the radian, we will write pi by 4. 180 by 4, it will come 45. So put here alpha is equal to pi by 4. So minus pi plus pi by 4. Minus 4 pi plus pi. Minus 3 pi by 4. So theta is this. Amplitude is this. Now we will put the value of r root 2 and theta minus 3 pi by 4 in this. So put it. So therefore minus 1 minus I, it will be r is root 2 and it is cos minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin minus 3 pi by 4 in the polar form. So it was sixth part. Now we will see the third part. See the third part. Here 1 minus I root 3 there. Again we will write it or cos theta plus I sin theta. What is x here? X is 1 positive and y is minus root 3 negative. So it will lie in fourth quadrant. It will lie in fourth quadrant. 1 comma minus root 3. It is 1 minus I root 3 complex number. So to find r, we know that r is equal to under root x square plus y square. X is 1. So 1 square. This is minus root 3y. So it will be 1 plus 3. Root 4 square root will be 2. So this OP is 2. R is equal to 2. Now we have to find theta. Since 1 minus I root 3 lies in fourth quadrant. This complex number 1 minus I root 3 lies in fourth quadrant. So therefore theta, it will be equal to minus alpha. And how we will find alpha? Where tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Y is minus root 3. X is 1. So it will be minus root 3. Modulus sign is there, so we have to take positive value. Tan alpha is equal to root 3. So what will be alpha? 60 degree. 60 degree means pi by 3. Pi is in the radian. Pi means 180 degree. 180 by 3, it will come 60. So what will be theta? Theta is minus alpha and alpha is pi by 3. So it will be minus pi by 3. So we will put r is equal to 2 and theta is equal to minus pi by 3 in this to represent it in the polar form. So therefore 1 minus I root 3, it can be written as 2 cos minus pi by 3 plus I sin minus pi by 3. Theta is minus pi by 3. So 4 part completed. Now see the 7th part. See the seventh part. Seventh part is complex number 2. 2 means 2 plus 0 into I. It is purely real 2. So it can be written in the form of x plus I by 2 plus 0 into I. Again we can write it or cos theta plus I sin theta. Here x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. X is equal to 2 greater than 0. Y is equal to 0. It means it will lie on, where it will lie? It will lie on x axis. It will lie on x axis 2 comma 0. How we will find r? Under root x square plus y square. X is 2, y is 0. 2 square plus 0 square. After square root we will take the value 2. Since z is equal to 2 lies on positive direction of x axis. Positive direction of x axis. Z is purely real and it is positive. It lies on positive direction of x axis. So therefore, what will be theta? Theta will be 0. So 2 can be written r is 2. Theta is 0 cos 0 plus I sin 0. R is equal to 2. So write here 2. Theta cos 0 plus I sin 0. And if it is minus 3, like 10th part, so it will lie in the negative direction of x axis. In that case, theta will be minus pi. Theta will be pi. Theta will be pi. See next part, 8th part. See the 8th part. I is purely imaginary. We can write it 0 plus I. So real part is 0 here. So what is x? X is 0 and y? Y is 1. Coefficient of I means y. Y is 1. Again we can write it in the polar form r cos theta plus I sin theta. How we will find r? X square plus y square. X is 0, y is 1. So 0 square plus 1 square, it will come 1. It is purely imaginary, I. And x is 0, y is equal to 1, y is positive. Y is positive means it will lie on the positive direction of y axis. So I lie on positive direction of y axis. 0 plus I means 0 comma 1. 0 comma 1. Corresponding point will be 0 comma 1. It will represent 0 plus I. Since I lies on the positive direction of y axis, so therefore theta. What will be theta? Theta will be this angle. And this is 90 degree. 90 degree means pi by 2. So theta is equal to pi by 2. We will put here pi by 2 and r is equal to 1. So I can be written 1 into cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. It is 8th part. See the 9th, minus 3i. Minus 3i. Again we can write it 0 minus 3i or cos theta plus I sin theta. Here real part x is 0 and imaginary part y is minus 3. How we will find r? 0 square plus minus 3 square. So it will come 3. R is equal to 3. But minus 3i will lie on the negative direction of y-axis. Since minus 3i lie on the negative direction of y-axis, means here 0 comma minus 3, 0 comma minus 3, it will represent 0 minus 3i. So it lies on the negative direction of y-axis. So therefore, what will be theta? Theta will be this angle. It is again pi by 2, 90 degree, but in clockwise direction. So it will take negative. We will take it negative. Theta is equal to minus pi by 2. So r is equal to 3 and theta minus pi by 2. So minus 3i can be written 3 into cos minus pi by 2 plus I sin minus pi by 2. Cos theta minus pi by 2, I sin minus pi by 2. And see the last part. See the last part. It is not given in the book, I have taken it. Z is equal to minus 3. We can write it minus 3 plus I into 0. It is purely real but lies in the negative direction of x-axis. So again we will take it r cos theta plus I sin theta. What is x here? Minus 3. And what is y? 0. R will be under root x square plus y square. So minus 3 square plus 0 square. It will come 3. We will write since minus 3 plus I into 0 lies on negative direction of x-axis. Negative direction of x-axis means here. It will be minus 3 comma 0. So this point will represent minus 3 plus I into 0. So what will be the angle? Angle will be this. So therefore theta will be 180 degree. Pi means 180 degree. So we will take r is equal to 3 and theta is equal to pi. So minus 3 can be written r3 cos pi plus I sin pi. So in this way we can express a given complex number x plus iy in the polar form r cos theta plus I sin theta. You have to express the complex number also in the argand plane. So theta we have to take in radian. You can write here pi radian is equal to 180 degree. This is the relation. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. 30 degree is written as pi by 6. 60 degree is written as pi by 3. 45 degree it is written as pi by 4. 90 degree we write pi by 2. Pi by 6, 180 by 6, 30. 180 by 3, 60. 180 by 4, 45. 180 by 2, 90. So in place of 60 degree, we will use pi by 3 in the radian. I will explain it in the trigonometry. So I hope that it is clear to you how we can express a given complex number x plus iy in the polar form r cos theta plus I sin theta, where r is the modulus of complex number and theta is the amplitude of complex number. Okay, thank you class. Do other questions yourself. Any doubt you can ask. The remaining questions I will tell in the next video.